So we've got just one break tonight. It's a pretty good one, though. It's a half case of 2017 Contenders football. And, of course, everybody knows some of the hottest rookie cards of the year in terms of value comes out of Contenders, so that's always one that I look forward to. And this is the start of a new case, so we will be momentarily taking all of the boxes out of the case. I'll number them on the end. We'll put all 12 numbers in random.org, and then random will select for us which boxes we open tonight versus which ones we open in the next break. So that's kind of how that's going to work. Before we get to that, let's take a look at something else here. This is something new I've started this year. I have always got people asking me, hey, what else is coming up this week? And I am terrible about trying to remember it, as in awful. So I'm trying to keep it updated this way. So these are the breaks for the next 5 days that are coming up on eBay. Those are all already listed, of course. And you see we've got a little bit of everything. Absolute Basketball, Bowman's Best Baseball, some Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys, some autographed baseballs. Actually, that Preferred Players National Edition has Cody Bellinger, Aaron Judge, a lot of other excellent players in it. Some 2013 Playbook, 2016 Black Gold, a little more 2017 Contenders football, and even some Prism basketball coming up on Friday. So we got a lot of stuff on tap. That's kind of what the upcoming 5 days look like. And we're still working on this. I bring this up again tonight for a couple of reasons. One, the person who wanted some teams last night ended up not wanting them after all because the Jazz was, in fact, I think I said last night, it was pending. The person did end up buying it, so then the other person didn't want any of his other teams because he couldn't have the Jazz. So we have some teams open up again. Notice we also have the Dallas Mavericks open again because that person never paid for it. It's been on hold for them now for 3 or 4 days and they never paid. So that's opened back up and also adjusted the prices on some things. So if you see anything there that you are interested in, please let me know by way of eBay messages or by way of chat. This is a 32-box 4-inner case break of 2017-18 totally certified basketball. Fixed price teams, shipping costs are included, so it's free. I would really like to break this on Saturday. So please, if anybody's interested in teams, let me know. If you're interested in several teams, 3 or more, we can maybe talk a little bit on price. That is not set up for me to make money, by the way. In fact, I knew when I priced it I would lose money because I didn't factor in the shipping nor any of the fees. I had it priced originally just to break even on the product cost. So now it's actually a little bit below what I paid for it. But I would like to get it sold, so let me know if you're interested. Moving on to tonight's schedule. 6 boxes of 2017 Panini Contenders football. This is a half case break. It is break number 3, third time we've broken it. Our eBay end date was tonight, January 2nd. Our live stream schedule, of course, also tonight, January the 2nd. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it. And we need to let the back, whoops, sorry about that. I just switched everybody's view and then took us all to a black screen. So what did I just manage to do there? I'm not sure. Hold on. My software now froze up with whatever I did that made us all unhappy. Now seems to have frozen up my software for I'm not sure what reason. I know you've got a black screen. I know. I'm trying to fix it. The whole thing kind of froze up when I hit something wrong a second ago. Totally my fault. Now I've got it fixed. Sorry. So let's try that again. Now the second half needs to be able to see their teams. We had the top half of the teams up. Here are the bottom half of the teams. Once again, this is the start of a brand new case. So since we are only opening half of it tonight, I'm going to take out all 12 boxes. I will number them on the end, and then random.org will select for us which 6 we open tonight versus which 6 we will open in the break later this week. Brandon, I did see that you bought several teams, and you know what? Out of 6 teams, I'm sure you're going to pull something awesome, man. Feel good about it. Feel good about it. And is that supposed to be pronounced P-Muni or P-Money? P-Moni. P-Muni, P-Money, P-Moni, 25, P-something, 25. You know I'm terrible with pronouncing stuff, right? So you got to help me out there. You got to spell that phonetically. Is looking for a Carson Wentz, I see. But I'm butchering, I'm sure, your username. So apologies for that. And it just takes a minute to get everything out of here because, boy, they packed this in tight, right? Like, it is not easy to get out of here. They don't want it moving around, which is good. It's good for us that they don't want it moving around, but it also sometimes makes it a little challenging to get everything out of its nice tight quarters there in its case. Okay, so this is the numbering on the end part of the evening. Then I will take you with me over to random.org and we'll take a look at what they give us to decide which ones we open tonight versus which ones will get opened later in the week. So this is pretty simple, guys. I'm just going to type in 1 through 12, and I'm going to hit random 1 time, and the first 6 numbers that come up are the 6 that we will open tonight. And it looks like we're going to be opening 6, 2, 9, 5, 11, and 8. So I got to try to remember that in my head. So 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11. Is that right? 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11. 6, 8. I think that's right. Hopefully I'm remembering that right. 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11. All right. 6, no 7, no 10, and no 12. And that gives us our 6. Perfect. One other thing I'm going to do before we start busting into that. Well, apparently I've busted into the camera already, it looks like. I'm going to change the focus, guys. You're going to see the background go out of focus a little bit. That is by design. I don't like all the zooming in and out that autofocus gives us, and I also like to be able to see the cards up closer than the normal focus will allow for. Well, see, I got it right, sort of. At one point I came up with that, right? I said P-Money, and then I decided no, P-Muni, P-Money. I was like, I went all over the map. So I had it right, sort of. Then, if it's P-Money, all right. I was sort of right the first time. That's unusual for me. I'm not even usually in the ballpark on stuff like that, so I feel a little bit better about it then. And I see Jimmy Buchanan has put Mariota, I got my B and my M going together there, out in the universe. Looking for a little Marcus Mariota action for the Titans. Well, let's see what we can do for you tonight, Jimmy. Oh, Redfish Ron has a feeling that the Brady Gold ticket's coming out tonight. I would love that for you, man. I'm assuming you have the Patriots tonight, Redfish. I remember that you have a couple teams. I just didn't remember which ones, but hey, I'd like to have a gold ticket, anybody, but a Brady Gold ticket would be fantastic. I think the lowest number Brady I have pulled was, was it to 5? I think it was to 5. It was out of Clear Vision, believe it or not, out of 2016 Clear Vision, because I busted a few cases of those along the way. And there was usually one good or decent veteran hit in each of those cases. And, of course, lots of rookies and stuff. And one of the ones was a Tom Brady on card, and I'm pretty sure it was to 5. It was a low number. It was a good one. Jacob is looking for Kareem Hunt. I have had good luck with Kareem Hunt all week, actually. We've pulled Kareem Hunt out of Optic, Redemption. We pulled Kareem Hunt Redemption out of a case of Contenders. I've pulled him, it's all been redemptions, but I have pulled him 2 or 3 times recently, just in the last few days. So we have been on a little bit of a Kareem Hunt roll, I would say. Dalvin Cook. I have pulled Dalvin, but I don't remember if I don't think I've pulled him out of Contenders yet, have I? Ooh, I'm not 100% sure. I don't think he's come out of Contenders for me yet, but I would not absolutely swear to that, because I did pull him out of something, either Optic or Contenders, within the last few days, but I'm leaning towards it with Optic. I think it was Optic. So maybe we're due to find him in here tonight then for you, Hulkster. Let's see if we are. Let's hope we are. And speaking of Optic, I haven't yet got another case of that coming. So for the moment, there's not any more of that on hand. But I do think, I don't like the focus on that. I'm going to have to change that, I think. It's not letting me look at that as closely as I would prefer. So I'm going to change it real quick. So there is more. I think I have found some more Optic, but I don't yet have it locked up. So probably later in the week I should have some more Optic locked up, and then we can start figuring out when that's going to next break again. These little round numbers, guys, as you see, there's 2 different teams on those cards. So I'm going to set them aside. At the end of the break, we'll figure out how to divvy them up. We'll find a lot of these Rookie of the Year Contenders and other assorted inserts. If they're not numbered, we're going to keep on keeping on. There went a redemption. Yeah, I know. I set it aside. I'm making you wait because I'm evil like that some days. Like I am right now. Legendary Contenders insert. Hi, Amir. This is the first box that we are in. It always takes a few minutes to get everything out of its packs, so you have good timing. Oh, P Money has a 1 of 1 Dalvin Cook up on eBay right now. All right. Well, that is definitely solid, brother. Nobody's gonna argue with that. A 1 of 1 of anything makes me happy, but a 1 of 1 Dalvin Cook's quite nice. This is the 249 Deshaun Jackson for the Bucks, and I need to get a little stack of sleeves out. Hunt is indeed a redemption in here. So is TJ Watt, and we've pulled some others. So it's not just Kareem Hunt, but it's definitely possible that that's Kareem Hunt. I am keeping you in suspense, of course, for a little while. I know, because I'm terrible like that. There's a bunch of advertising cards. You guys see them go by. They are, one of them is for Kid Reporter, if you want to enter your kid to be like a honorary Super Bowl reporter. The other one's for 18% off at the NFL shop. If anybody wants one of those codes, shoot me a message. I'll type it out for you, or probably you could just freeze the video and write it down. That's fine too. I only use these for shipping, you know, to put on the outside of stuff to make sure that there aren't any issues, just in case something weird ever happened in the mail. Although we try to pack for all contingencies, of course. Rookie Roundup insert, and that is TJ Logan for the Cardinals, who just had their coach and their quarterback retire in the last 2 days. So, going to be doing a little rebuilding down in AZ, which I guess you probably would have been anyway, but definitely are now. Team quads to 99 for the Bucks with Mike Evans and O.J. Howard. If I have not mentioned it yet, guys, this is going to ship either Thursday or Friday. This is Tuesday night, of course, so that gives me Wednesday and from there to get it working on it. So I'm thinking it will go either Thursday or Friday. Devontae Mays, rookie ticket for the pack. I do print all of my labels directly on eBay, so you should get a shipping notification from them when the label is printed, and you should also, the tracking number should copy over into the order details as well. Every once in a while it'll mess up and not, but for the most part it does. They're pretty good about it usually. And you will notice, guys, that I have periodically, I'm taking our cards that we've already looked at and I'm setting them off to my right. There is a little Douglas rookie ticket for the Eagles. That's another sticker auto. And there's a mat over there to my right as well. I use that mat for sorting, but I didn't want you to think your card's going to someplace unsafe. It's also going to be on a mat, just a different mat than you're looking at, obviously. Rookie ticket for the Lions, Gerard Davis. And that's because I don't like the workspace to get super cluttered and crowded and all that. So I move them off fairly regularly. Once again, all these round numbers are being set off to the side because those will have to be awarded by way of random when we get a little bit farther down the line. Redfish Ron is asking for a shout out to JJ, who's watching and wants to get going on these. Well, all right. Well, hi, JJ. I am always happy to say hi to anybody and everybody who's hanging out with me. Speaking of, if you're watching live and you can't see chat and you're wondering who I'm talking to because you can't see chat, I think you have to be logged into YouTube to see it. So that's the deal. If you're not logged in, just log in. And as you see, you do not have to log in with your real name. You can log in with about anything you want. So if you're worried about all your personal info floating around on YouTube, just make something up. Log on and join us. I don't check eBay messages. I don't check email or any of that stuff when we're in the midst of a live break. So usually from maybe 10-15 minutes ahead of the time, ahead of the scheduled start time onward, I'm not likely to be in messages because I'm usually finishing my spreadsheet and finishing my setup and all that stuff. So I was surprised to see today that Marvin Lewis is staying in Cincinnati. Kind of like, what is that? It's, he hasn't had, he hasn't been bad. Right? He hasn't been terrible, but he certainly hasn't been dynamic. He's never gotten them to the playoffs. And he was kind of making noises like he was ready to move on. And they were kind of making noises like they were ready to have him move on, yet they come out and say, no, they've extended him another year. Brandon, I haven't flipped over that redemption yet, so I don't know yet either. That redemption is sitting there just waiting for us, teasing us. It's right there. So we'll get around to looking at it, but I'm going to probably wait until the end. That way, if we've got more redemptions, we'll just flip them all over at once. Gives us something to look forward to. That's how I view it anyway. Little extra suspense to go along with our break tonight. And that way, at least we know we have something interesting to look forward to. Green Bay Packers rookie ticket. With, is that Beagle? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Beagle, something like that. That's the other fun thing about Contenders. You find lots of players in here that you don't find, of course, in the other card series. So I always enjoy that. I think that's part of what makes this a fun set, for me anyway. This is to 99. It's a championship ticket for the Browns with the Isaiah Crowell. Once again, our advertising cards, I'm just showing you a quick glance front and back and then flipping them off to the side into a giant pile so that I can use them down the road. We pulled, were we oh, it was Optic last night. Yeah, I was trying to remember if I was opening Optic last night or Contenders. We pulled a really nice Ezekiel Elliott out of there last night. How about an on-card auto of Terrell Pryor Sr. for the Skins? Terrell Pryor, nice. He's made his way around the NFL on various teams, but he's a pretty good player and not one that you find signing on card too often. So hopefully the Skins are happy with that addition to their collection. I'm going to keep, you know what, I should face all those the same way. I did that the other night. I accidentally started facing them different ways part of the way through, and then it was a big old mess when we tried to flip through them after random awarded it. Basically what will happen with those round numbers, of course you've got a player on the right and player on the left. They're both from different teams. And so we'll put literally the words right and left in random, and we'll run it 3 times. First 2 won't count. Third one will tell us, oh, boom, where those are going to go. Steelers, you know how I love my black and gold. Well, how about a TJ Watt playoff ticket, sticker auto to 99. Steelers crushing it. Of course, I told you the last case I had my feeling about the Steelers. I really didn't have the same feeling about them as I did in the last case. But the last case, well, that one was excellent. There were a couple of TJ Watt redemptions, believe it or not. That one was live in here, but the others were redemptions. And then we pulled the Big Ben to 10. And then we pulled a Juju Smith-Schuster on-card auto out of the last case. So Contenders has been kind to the Steelers this year. CJ Beathard on-card auto for the Niners. Of course, then again, we also had a pretty good, or have, not had, we still have them, have a pretty good rookie class this year. So that's, maybe I should flip them like that. So that's probably one reason I see, yeah, one reason they're giving us a little love for the Steelers this year. These little 150 Panini Rewards points. Sadly, the sight of that means that one of our hits has gone away, replaced by that. So we'll give that out via random at the end of the break. Earl Campbell, of course, an Oiler, a Houston Oiler. For those of you not familiar with franchise history, the Houston Oilers became the Tennessee Oilers became the Tennessee Titans. So that card will go to the Titans. Rookie ticket, Ben Ballware for the Panthers. But whenever a franchise has moved or changed its name, anything like that, card always stays with the franchise. All that information and all kinds of other fun stuff at the bottom of every listing in the special circumstances area. So if you've never looked through that, take a minute and look through it, and you'll find all kinds of interesting stuff that you probably already know, but you know, hey, it's there. It's there to keep us all on track and so that everybody knows how things are going to roll. I don't remember. I think, is plates in? No, maybe not. I'm trying to remember what our next, oh, it's limited. That's what it is. We're trying to think what our next football release is. It's not, it's limited, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to come out maybe the 10th or something. Does that sound right? Like a week from tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. Not 100% on that, but I think so. And of course, we'll be breaking some of that, but I don't know if we'll be finished with Contenders by then or not. Originally, we would have been, but then since I've picked up this extra case, we might not be. Or maybe I'll just do the case. Maybe we'll do it as a whole case. Instead of doing 2 halves, we might just do one full case break early part of next week. That's a possibility, I guess. We'll take it under consideration and figure out. We'll find a spot for it for sure. The other thing coming out next week is a baseball product. It is Leaf Valiant. I said last night I thought it was Valiant Baseball, but then I kind of mentally went blank and I wasn't 100% sure. So I had to go back and double check it today, and it is that. So for those who remember Valiant Football, we had the nice graded card in there, as well as a bunch of other autograph. Everything in there was a hit. There's no base or anything that wasn't signed, all hits. But having the graded one was nice, and apparently the baseball has been reformatted so that Valiant Baseball will be the same thing. Graded card this time around. So I think I was kind of as surprised by the coaches that didn't get let go as the ones who did. Because really, I mean, I'm kind of back on the Marvin Lewis thing. I really just don't understand why Marvin Lewis wanted to go back there, and I'm not really sure why they wanted Marvin Lewis back there. Marlon Mack to 199 draft class insert for the Colts. But yeah, I don't know. So he's definitely going back though. Of course, across well, not across town. It's actually up north of Cincinnati. Cleveland decides, of course, they had already said they were going to keep Hugh, and guess they're sticking to it. Surprised by that. Rookie ticket for the Eagles, Mac Hollins on card auto. I'm not really surprised that the Broncos kept their coach. I mean, they're pretty loyal as a team, so I kind of figured Elway would hang on to him. I'm not sure they should have, but they did. I think the guy at the Jets deserved to stay. I think Bill O'Brien deserved to stay. So I'm glad that worked out. Carl Lawson for the Bengals, rookie ticket, sticker auto. For anybody who might have jumped in late, shipping on this I am expecting will be Thursday or Friday. Somewhere between those 2 days it should all get out the door. And it might be that some goes one day and the rest goes another day. Kind of just depends on how the week goes as to what happens with that. That's a Panini reward point, so we've had another hit lost to Panini Rewards points. I'll pick that bad boy up in a minute. I just wanted to flip it over real quick to make sure that it was out of the way. That is to 99 on the Kareem Hunt Rookie of the Year Contender insert. And there is our little points card. I'm putting it in the sleeve so I can write on it, if you're wondering why. Obviously, it doesn't need a sleeve for protection purposes, but it does for the purposes of me writing on who gets it by way of random. So that one was at least for 250 points, but I still don't like finding them. I don't like our hits being replaced. Ryan Ramczyk for the Saints, sticker auto rookie ticket. And there's somebody forgetting that the holidays are over and I'm back to work. And so they're just calling me up, aren't they? We're going to have to just listen to it ring. You know why? Because I forgot. Yes, I did. I forgot to bring the phone in here with me. So, yeah, usually I do. And then I can just pick it up and hang up on whoever it is. And that's what I do, too. I just pick it up and hang up on them. Don't even say anything. Just keep right on rolling. Because they ought to know. But I forgot to bring the phone in here tonight. So, Chargers. You might be happy here in a second. Okay, not signed. There was a chance. There's always a chance until we flip it over. But you do have a little playoff ticket numbered to 200 and I think that says 99 on the Phillip Rivers, or I'm sorry, 249 on the Phillip Rivers for the Chargers. My little Steelers again. Hopefully we can get Antonio Brown healed up, get that torn muscle sort of some rest, some R&R before we have to roll through our first playoff game, because we need him. How are you guys feeling about the Super Bowl? Do you think we're going to be Patriots again this year? I mean, I'm kind of like over that, to be honest with you. Obviously, I want my Steelers to win, but even if my Steelers don't win, I'm kind of ready just for somebody else to win. Whoever it is. I'm ready for a change in the Super Bowl. But you can never count them out. Not in the current configuration with Brady and Belichick and Gronk and some of the key pieces. As long as those key players are there, I really can't ever count the Patriots out. As was evidenced by last year's Super Bowl. I mean, my goodness. At halftime, they looked like they were going to be blown off the field, right? Come back and win the thing in the most improbable way possible. But I guess that's what makes it fun to watch. All the entertaining stuff that can happen. We're making progress. I know it doesn't seem like it because there's so much stuff to open and it takes forever. You know how football players, if they have a tendency to lose the football, like fumble it, etc., sometimes they'll have them walk around carrying those weight plates by just their fingertips. You know what I'm talking about? I feel like I should be doing that. I feel like I should be carrying weights by my fingertips to strengthen my hands for pack opening, and then maybe I could go faster, right? Like I could have $6 million woman hands and rip them all open simultaneously or something. Ryan Ramczak again, because, you know, why stop at one when you can have two for the Saints? Yes, indeed. Little bookend there. Meanwhile, the Saints are just going, yeah, I was fine with one. I'm looking now for Alvin Kamara, but we haven't found him yet. We're going to try to conjure him up for you. Well, I should have been more specific, right? Because there we did conjure him up, but I should have specified we would like to conjure up an autograph hit for him, for someone. Along with Fournette. Haven't pulled Fournette out of Contenders yet. Auto, anyway. We pulled McCaffrey, so he's out of the way. Deshaun Watson, haven't pulled him out of Contenders yet. And an autograph, of course, I mean. So we got a few on my wish list that we still need to have turn up somewhere in the back half of this case, or this half of this case, or somewhere. To make me happy, anyway. Make you happy. Rookie ticket, Joe Mixon, on-card auto for the Cincinnati Bengals. Playoff ticket, Andrew Luck, 249 for the Colts, who also will have a new head coach. Of course, I think they fired him about 60 seconds after the last game was over. Yeah, they were not messing around in Indianapolis. No question about that one. Devontae Mays for the Packers. Rookie ticket, sticker auto. But, you know, this is kind of what we talked about before. It's really hard to feel bad for those guys. The kind of money they're making and the buyouts they get when they do get fired. It's kind of hard to feel bad for them getting fired. That J.J. Watt, it was to 99. Like, seriously, you could pay me that much money to fire me all day long. I'd be thrilled. Go right ahead. Tre'Davious White for the Buffalo Bills. Rookie ticket, sticker auto. I mean, I'd be happy to go there and work a month or a year or however long some of these guys work. And then, yeah, you owe me like $10 million and that's it. I'm done. I lost all the games that I played. I completely, you know, trashed your team, drafted horribly. You're going to give me millions and millions of dollars and I get to go sit in the sun. I could be about that. John Brown, Arizona Cardinals on-card auto veteran ticket. Don't pull a lot of the veteran tickets. Remember, we do still have our redemption hiding out. Not hiding, it's right there, but waiting for us. It's turned face down, so that's why I'm calling it hiding, because I haven't looked at it yet either. We're holding it for the last hurrah of the break. And that way, if we get any other redemptions in the meantime, we'll just pile them all there together and have a little redemption viewing party, so to speak. So in UK news, if you don't know this about me, my alma mater is University of Kentucky. So our football program is, well, you know what our football program is like. It is not great. Our basketball program obviously is much better, but we had potential too. When we had Adolph Rupp here as our basketball coach, some of you may not know this, Bear Bryant, before he was super fly Bear Bryant, when he was just Bear Bryant, was a football coach here at UK, one of our early football coaches. And he and Adolph Rupp, both here at the same time, and they both won the division or won something. I assume division that year. And I got to think about this. I think it was that the university gave Adolph Rupp a car for winning the division. It was something really nice, and I want to say it was a car. And they gave Bear Bryant, who also won his division for football, like a watch or something. I mean, there was a huge disparity in the gifts that each of them got. And so Bear got mad and felt like they didn't appreciate him, which understandably so, or appreciate his efforts, or whatever the case may be. And so he left, and then I guess he put some kind of a voodoo curse on us, because we have been horrible ever since. Meanwhile, he becomes, you know, legendary. So that kind of sums up Kentucky football. But anyway, it was announced today that Drew Barker, our little 4-star quarterback who was the starter last year, got hurt, went out with an injury. Steven Johnson took over, like second, third game of the season, and never gave the starting job back. So Drew Barker's been riding the pine the rest of last year and all of this year. Rookie ticket, Carl Lawson, sticker auto. And so he's already graduated, so he still has a year of eligibility, so he's going for his master's, and it was kind of widely expected that he would be the starting quarterback here next year. Carlos Henderson to 49, playoff ticket for the Broncos. And so he came out and announced today that he's transferring. Yeah. So since he's a graduate student, he'll be immediately eligible. and didn't say where he was going, just said he was transferring. So I guess Kentucky's going to be in a little bit of a quarterback quandary as well. Although we've got another good JUCO guy coming in. Stephen Johnson came by way of junior college to us. This is 249 on the Tyreek Hill playoff ticket for the Chiefs. And then we've got that kid, Gunnar Hoke, who I guess, what's he going to be? Sophomore, I guess. I don't know if we redshirt him? I don't know if we redshirted him or not. So, yeah, I don't know how many seasons of eligibility he has left because I don't know if we redshirted him. But anyway, he's supposed to be pretty good too. So we'll get a look at him, I guess. Shaquille Griffin for the Seahawks, sticker auto. Of course, I'm kind of pumped up that it's going to be Georgia, Alabama, an all SEC final for the college football playoffs. That's the one thing my dad always taught me, is if your team is out, but somebody from your conference is in, it doesn't matter how much they're your rival through the season, you got to be about the conference and the championship and the playoff. That's numbered to 25 on the Le'Veon Bell for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's what he always taught us as kids. You always support your conference, and if you're already out. So, yeah, normally, I would not be a Bama fan or necessarily a Georgia fan because they routinely just kind of beat us into the ground. So, yeah, wouldn't be high on my list normally, but since they're representing my SEC conference, gotta have a little love for them now, I guess. For one game only, anyway. Oh, see, there is another redemption. Now we've got a pair up there keeping us in suspense. The last time that we had two out of the same box, they were both TJ Watt. Hopefully Panini's going to do a little better randomizing tonight and they won't both be for the same player, but you never know. Rookie ticket, Bernard Reedy, sticker auto for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But speaking of rivals, well, let's look at this first. Justin Davis, sticker auto rookie ticket for the Rams. So, of course, you guys remember Ed Reed, right? Baltimore Ravens. And, of course, I'm a huge Steelers fan, so Ravens and Ravens players always have represented a big rivalry for me. Just because that's just how it is. If you're a Steelers fan, Ravens fans and Ravens players are your rivals. So anyway, I guess that the Kentucky football program, Mark Stoops and company, have been trying to get Ed Reed hired as a coach here. So then I would have to be an Ed Reed fan. So I guess we'll see what transpires with that. Oh, he coached one season somewhere in the NFL. I mean, not as a head coach, as a position coach or something. I can't even remember where it was. But wherever it was, it didn't go well and he got sacked, I think, at the end of the year. And so I guess he's been very reluctant to get back into any sort of coaching at all. But I think Stoops is wooing him. And I think it might be kind of fun to have Ed Reed as a position coach. And beneficial, obviously. So I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that I'm hoping it goes, but I guess we won't know for a while yet. honestly so crazy to think that this season is so close to being over. I can't believe how quickly this football season went by. It seems just like yesterday that we were in week 5 and Ben was throwing 5 interceptions, and I had my head in my hands saying, oh my God, what kind of year is this? So yeah, a few extra weeks make things look a little better, because that was a horrible one. That's the worst game I think he's ever played. At that point in time, I thought, we're going to be lucky if we win 3 games. It was so bad. Whew. Stunk up the joint. But fortunately, it did get better. Cam Newton and Luke Kuechly, or close to that. For the Panthers, that one was numbered, what was that numbered to? 99? 199. It was numbered to 199. Falcons are on the board. Rookie ticket, DeMonte Casey. Sticker auto. I guess Hines Ward did not make it to the Hall of Fame finalist list this year. Is that right? I kind of briefly glanced at the list of potential nominees or inductees or whatever it is. Anyway, I don't remember seeing Hines Ward on it, so I'm thinking he did not make it this year, most likely. Which is kind of no fun. I love Hines Ward. I think he deserves to go in. Of course, truth be told, most of them probably deserve to go in that have been starters and played for multiple years. Because you got to be a special person to be able to put up with that mentally and physically. Oh my gosh, Saints. Ryan Ramczak again? Yeah, it is. Rookie ticket sticker auto. And what, like, that's number 1,000 of those? No, but I think it's your 3rd one. So Panini did not do a really super fly job of randomizing those. Deshaun Kaiser, poor guy. On-card auto, rookie ticket. Nice little hit for the Browns. I hope that kid gets another chance and gets a chance to kind of learn and grow and settle in. That's the 249 Thomas Rawls playoff ticket for the Seahawks. And I believe, yes, I did just use the last of sleeves out of that back. Excuse me while I get another. I thought I had enough sitting over here. Clearly, I was mistaken. Playoff ticket, numbered to 99. Sticker auto for the Skins. Robert Davis, if I didn't say I may not have said Robert Davis, but I guess you saw that it was Robert Davis, but yeah. P-Money, I surely can put that list back up there. I will do that right after we recap. So here's kind of what will happen, guys. I will, we'll flip over the redemptions, of course, first and foremost, and check those out. We'll go to the checklist and verify those because I do that for every redemption, even when I know where it goes. That's just what I do. Tre'Davious White for the Buffalo Bills to 49. Bills heading to the playoffs for the first time since 1999. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll flip over the redemptions, we'll verify them, then we will go into random.org and sort out how we're going to distribute all those little round number cards that you see stacked off to the side over there. Then following that, we will award also via random.org our 2 Panini Rewards Points cards. Then following that, we will recap our hits. And then I will put the list and all that stuff back up again. So that's kind of how it's going to go here in the next few minutes. So first redemption, Jamal Williams. Draft class autograph, RPS. So nice little variation anyway on the draft class. And James Conner. Hey, hey, my Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so let's first not have me run into the cord and then change the camera, because that's not fun. Let's just make us all motion sick, right? And I got to get myself to the right place. And now let me make sure that I brought you with me, and I did. Good. Okay, so first up here, we're going to look up the James Conner. It's just rookie ticket RPS, so I don't believe it is going to be numbered. And I know it is a Steeler because it's James Conner, but I'm going to look it up because that's what I do. Card number 320. Where'd you go, buddy? There you go. Oh, it is numbered to 99. Okay, see, shows you what I know. So I'm going to write that. I put it in a sleeve. You probably saw me do that. That is so I could write on it. Then our next one out is Jamal Williams. It is draft class autographs RPS. So, let's roll up here and pick that up. Draft class autographs. There we go. And what card number is he? 21. So Jamal Williams is going to be to 199. So let me write that on there. And that's going to have those two rocking and rolling. I just put my thumb right through. Yeah, I just smeared the black ink on the sleeve with my thumb. Way to go. Next, we're going to go over to random.org. So let me get us back. I'm just making sure that I'm bringing you with me every time. Every once in a while, I see one thing and I forget and leave you somewhere. So I'm making sure that I didn't do that this time. This is all the round numbers cards, guys, and this is simple. It's just going in as left and right. I'm going to randomize it 3 times. The first 2 don't count. Only the third one counts. So first one, no. Second one does not count. Third one does. So there you'll see randomized 3 times. It's going to the card on the right. I'm going to stick one of those in a sleeve and circle the right-hand side so that I remember that, and then we'll review those momentarily. Then we've got some Panini rewards points to distribute. So that's going to require us to go back to the spreadsheet for a minute. And I'm going to take you back, and then, why are all that stuff popping up all of a sudden? What in the world? All of a sudden all these little pop-up messages are coming up. What in the heck? They're all YouTube pop-up messages, too. That's super bizarre, but anyway. Yeah, now they're all closed, and I can get on with what I'm doing. So here you will see, of course, you watched me copy and paste all those teams, but once again, all 32 of them are in there. We just scrolled through so you could see them. I'm only going to hit random one time, guys, because there are 32 items in here, and here's what's going to happen. We have a 250 reward point and a 150 points card. The team that ends up number 1 after the random will get the 250 points. The team that ends up as number 2 after we hit random will get the 150 points. So this brings us to the Bears with 250, and the Eagles will get the 150. So I'm going to write that on here. And then we're going to be ready to recap. We have a bunch of housekeeping to do tonight. Lots and lots. But we finally have it all done. So first we'll flip through these real quickly here. And again, these are the round numbers that just I put in as left and right, and it was awarded to the player on the right. So we'll just go through them quickly. That will be Bills, Niners, Packers, Titans, Panther, Niner, Bronco, Texan, Bengal, Ram, Charger, Bear, Steeler, Cardinal, Niner, Texan, Niner, Bills, Pack, Ram. So that's how those cards that you just saw are going to be distributed. Then we have our rewards points. The first one, I can't even hardly read my own writing, but that that little bit of chicken scratching there says Bears, although it is super hard to read. And the second one was awarded to the Eagles once again, both of those done by way of random. And as you see, writing on the sleeve, not on the card, because sometimes people get mad. Same thing here, wrote on the sleeve, not the card. We have the Jamal Williams to 199 redemption for the pack. We have the James Conner redemption for the Steelers that will be numbered to 99. And then these are our hits that were live in the product. This one, of course, for Tre'Davious White is to 49. This is to 99 on the Robert Davis. And the rest of these will take a quick little second pass through. Playoff ticket Broncos to 49 on the Carlos Henderson. If anybody missed me saying it earlier, or you're watching this on delay, you're watching the recorded version and you've just skipped to the recap part. This is Marlon Mack to 199 draft class insert for the Colts. This stuff is most likely going to ship on Thursday or Friday. TJ Watt to 99 sticker auto playoff ticket. So Thursday or Friday, look for this to head your way. And this is on a rookie roundup insert numbered to 99 on the TJ Logan for the Cardinals. Then some of you, most of you, many of you are getting ready to take off. So as you take off, thank you. I appreciate you. I always appreciate you guys breaking with me, bidding with me, keeping me company and chat and all of that. So I hope I will see you again on another break. Now we got to get back to P Money here, who wants to take a look at a couple things on the spreadsheet again. And actually, we'll just put them both up real quick. For anybody who might have missed it earlier, these are the upcoming breaks that I have listed on eBay already for the next 5 days. And just a reminder, of course, my seller ID is Fleaburger, which you can find by way of advanced search from eBay. And just type in Fleaburger and it'll bring them up. But that's what we have coming up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Right now I don't have anything breaking on Saturday, but I may drop in a 3-day listing on Wednesday. I'm not sure. So we might end up with something on Saturday. I was hoping to break the certified on Saturday is the reason nothing's scheduled, but we'll see if it looks like it's going to sell out or not. So this is what P Money is looking for. And Redfish Ron, yes, the base, everything is going to ship from this break that we just completed. So all the cards will ship. Everything will be coming your way for sure. So 32 box, 4 inner cases of 2017-18 totally certified basketball. These are fixed price teams. The shipping is included. The Dallas Mavericks were not previously available. They had been reserved for someone, but that person never paid their invoice. And that's been sitting out there for 3 or 4 days, and I've sent them a couple messages and never heard back. So the Mavericks are once again available. So here are the teams. And P Money, let me know who you might be interested in there. And anyone else, if you're interested in a team, shoot me a message on eBay or hop into chat if you're watching live and let me know. And again, this is 4 cases. So, you know, when you see 30 bucks, you're talking less than $10 a case and you've got free shipping. You know, at $60, you're only at $15 a case. And again, all shipping, supplies, everything's included. That's to your doorstep. So P Money would like the Cavaliers. All right, for now, I'm going to put you in here as P Money 25. If you could let me know what your eBay user ID is, that would, I'm just running into things now, that would be helpful. Because basically, here's what's going to happen, P Money. I will go into eBay and using your eBay user ID, I will pull up your email that's on file with eBay. And then using that email, sorry, I'm fixing this real quick. Well, sort of fixing it. I still made a typo, didn't I? Using the email that's on file with eBay, I will send you a PayPal money request that'll go directly to that email. And look for it to arrive sometime here in the next like 10 minutes or so. If you don't see it, check spam. But basically, I try not to talk about this kind of stuff too much by way of eBay messages because they monitor that and they frown upon it. So, yeah. So that's why I send it just directly on like that. So I'll shoot that invoice over to you shortly. And if anybody else is interested, please let me know. And again, if you're looking for multiple teams, 3 or more, talk to me. I don't have a lot of room to move on price because I was shooting just to break even on product and knew I would be losing money on the fees and the shipping, and I was okay with that. But I don't want to lose a ton on the product, but I am willing to negotiate a little if you're looking for 3 or more teams. So hoping to break Saturday, need to move a few more teams to make that happen. So that's where we are, guys. As always, I thank you once again. I hope I will see you again on another break. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will catch you the next time. Oh, wait a minute. I see Brandon on there. Hang on, Brandon. I'm not going to just as chat's a little bit delayed, I think, coming in. So I didn't see you for a second. So Brandon wants the Orlando Magic. Excellent. Thank you, Brandon. And again, you're going to find the same thing that I just told P-Money, in that I will pull up your email address that's on file with eBay. That's what I'll use to send a PayPal money request. Look for that to show up in the next 10 to 15 minutes. If you don't see it, check your spam. And I'll put in the notes what it's for and all that jazz, and we should be good to go. Anybody else? Are we all good? If we are all good, then I'm gonna cut the feed for tonight and start getting these invoices out to you guys, and then more importantly, start sorting some cards so we can get this on the way to you that we broke tonight. So I'm out for this evening. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you the next time.